reporting. So the agenda for today's live session would be an introduction about the native reporting application as provided by Oracle, a small product overview, what is native reporting, and what is management reporting. Now, going forward, what is native reporting? So the package native reporting was earlier known as APRCS, that is Enterprise Planning and Reporting on Cloud Services. They had certain main component like report package and management report. However, with the update narrative reporting, a new feature has been included with the name disclosure management. Now, what exactly is narrative reporting? It is basically the document or presentation that a company prepares for the purpose of annual filing as per the regulatory bodies. So there had been certain regulatory requirement for each organization to file their annual and quarterly reports, and to do the same, the narrative reporting brings in some hands-on features wherein once a report package has been created, it becomes completely dynamic so as the report filing process, the disclosure management, and also the reporting becomes quite handy for an organization. Now, what kind of reports that could be built in narrative reporting? There are majorly three kinds of reports that could be built in narrative reporting package. First being a Word type of report, then the second being a PowerPoint type of report, and also the third one being a PDF kind of report. Before proceeding, we need to understand the architecture, how the narrative reporting sources data and what could be the source of information. So the architecture as defined is there could be two data source for the information. It could be on-premise information, or also it could be a cloud information. The cloud being, it could be a planning application, it could be a consolidation application, and also for data source it could be HFM or Hyperion planning. Okay, other source of information that could be utilized for the purpose of building native reporting package could be a Word file, a PowerPoint file, or a PDF file. Now, let's go directly to our application. How does the application looks? So this is the look and feel of native reporting package. We have certain cards in here. We have a task card. So it is basically the tasks that are assigned to various users. Okay. Mm, okay. So it's just getting refreshed. Let it get refreshed. So we will continue with the icons or cards that were being shown. So they say task which says which displays the task to be performed. Okay. Then we have message card. It provides with the notification of any action that is taken by the person assigned to do a particular task. For example, if someone makes a change in a report package, or if there is a change in report structure, if someone have downloaded the LCM, any task that gets performed, it's directly reflected in the message box. Then we have a report package card. Under report package, a complete report package is developed containing various sections and subsections defined as docklets. Now, we would be further discussing what kind of docklets are there. Then you could also prepare books. Books are basically a combination of one or more reports developed in order to provide with management reporting, and also a combination of reports helps in quarterly filing also. Under reports, we develop our reports. Notes is a new feature included in narrative reporting. It is basically, as you see in annual reports, we have notes section that is managed under notes. Then we have disclosure management, wherein once a annual report or a report package has been developed, it could be directly reported under disclosure management. Then library contains all the folders and subfolders. We have daily maintenance, access control, appearance. These are all admin part. So before proceeding, we should know how does a annual report work. So let's say we go to BSC and just download one of the annual report and see what does an annual report contains. Okay, so let us download one of the annual report for the purpose of reference. Okay, so let's select one of the prominent bank. Okay, so let's say we have, okay, let me take another Tata. Okay, so we have Tata Motors Limited. Let's find its annual report and assess what an annual report contains. Okay, so under financials, we have our annual reports. So let's download the recent annual report. Okay. So once the look and feel of annual report for Tata Motors, they have a cover page with their logo and certain information. Okay. Then they have their heading here, certain. Okay. So this is what could be included. Then they have their text information. Okay. Then most important, they have their content page. Now under content, they have their introduction, the product profile, chairman message. These are all the things that are included in a complete annual report. Apart from that, you see they have their financial statements with their standalone report and also their consolidated report. So these two kinds of reports are sourced from either on-prem environment or on cloud environment, or it could be directly Excel based reports too. So how does these reports look? So let's move to reports directly. Say we have annexure. So this is the kind of reports that are to be built for the purpose of annual reporting. They have their accounts, the asset accounts, the total asset, and then they have their notes. So this is what becomes dynamic, because once you have created these notes, you need not rewrite those notes. You only have to make corrections or changes as per the requirement. Then you have your numbers accordingly. So this is the kind of report that we would be building up in our environment, and also we would build a small report package with the contents. So let's move directly to our environment. Okay, now what we need initially built a report package is we need a source of information, and that source of information is retrieved under library. Now when you move to a library, you have your
Yes.
data source.
Yes.
Okay, now under data source you could bring in you see there are multiple data sources, because this is a demo environment of Oracle. We have multiple data sources already created. So let's bring in our own data source environment. You just click plus in here, click data source. Now Once the window populate, we have a data source name. So you could provide with the data source name. What could be the type of sources? So it could be EPM cloud, S-based cloud, or a provider. It could be a fusion application or a APS application. Okay. So these are the application as a type of source. What is the server name? So server name usually is your application's URL. So you need to select till.com as your server name. Go to your application, provide your server name. And what is identity domain? Particular account number is identified as an identity domain. Just provide with your identity domain. Now you need your administrator user ID and password. So we have administrator user ID as APM default. Okay. And then we have a password. Once you provide these four information, that is the server name, the identity domain, the user ID and password, the test connection icon just populate. Once you click test connection, it will create a connection and provide with your application name, and then you could select your queue accordingly. Okay, so we have a successful connection made. Our application name is BISP. So see, this is what is our source application name, and we have a queue. So we would be building up a report, a financial report. So let's connect the financial queue. Okay. So once you select your financial queue, you could provide with the title of your source. So let's keep it as BISP underscore Neo. Okay. You could name any, you could name it as per your requirement. Okay. Just click OK. Okay. It's not. Uh, so the name might already be available. No. We have a connection established with the name BISP New. Just click to cross verify. So we have our connection built up with the cube name. You could change your cube as required. Okay. Now, once you have your library data source connected, what you need, the basics that you need are as follows. Okay. So let me find some files accordingly. So what does or what are the requirements? So as we have seen in annual report, they have their cover page and they have other documents. So this cover page act as a style sample for your application. So what could a cover page have? It could have a header, it could have a footer, a page number if required, and alignment accordingly. So whatever the style sample you provide to your report package, the complete report will be then built according to the style sample as provided. So let's move to application and create one of the report package and also go through what are the contents under report package. Go to report package. Now let's create a report package. So to create a report package, just click plus. Okay. So then it will ask you for your report package name. So let's give it name as BISP. You could give your description accordingly. As I've told you, the report type could be either three forms. It could be either a Word format, a PowerPoint, or a PDF. So we are working as of now on the Word file. So let's take a Word. Now, the source of style sample could either be a local system or library. Library means you could upload your style sample under library and it would always be available in your cloud environment then. So we have a file in local system. So let's take up our local file. So this is a cover page. You just select and open. Now this is a tip to have a report package which is fast and crystal clear. So you should have your cover package quite simple. A heavy cover package with heavy icons or heavy footer and headers could lead to lag of performance in your report package. Okay, so this is one of the tip as given or as I have come across while implementing a narrative reporting. So once you have your style sample uploaded, you need to save it to a place. So just click browse and it will open up your library. Now, where to save it? You could save it in any of the folder or you could just create one of your folder. So let's create one of the folder name. So let's keep it as VISP underscore. Let's give it RPS name for report package. And click OK. Once done, just go next. And then you need to define the process. Now, this is one of the features of narrative reporting wherein there are three phases included. There's an author phase, then we have a review phase, and then we have a sign off phase. What does this author phase represent? Author phase is the phase wherein the report is developed, and once the report is developed, it becomes available in the environment that could be enabled for your further filings and further development in the coming years. So once you provide or enable your author phase, it's asked for certain information. The informations are the timing wherein you would be preparing up your report content or your annual reports. So it asks for your author phase date. So it gets changed once you just provide with the date. So let's say we are building our report as of today. Okay, then there are certain documents that need to be submitted. So what could be the date that would be assigned to the author to submit the documents? So let's say we provide him with 2 working days and he's supposed to submit the documents by 22nd. Okay, now you could also have your approval phase included if required, and also if you want to keep your author phase strict to a timeline, you could also provide with an and author phase. Now if you provide with an author phase, once this date is achieved, you cannot make any changes in your report author phase. Okay, then we have a review phase and sign off phase. So as of now I'm not enabling review phase and sign off phase so as to provide you with the info that yes, this could be enabled afterwards also. Just click next. Now if we have a author phase, we need to provide with an author who would be author, and for that purpose we have our users and groups. We have users and groups. So just select your user, the one who would be acting up as the author of the package. So let's select let's say we have system administrator group acting up as a author for this particular report content. Just click next. You have your options. You can format your local language to other languages. The thousand separators, it could be period, space, apostrophe accordingly. Your decimal separators, what would be your unit of measurement? So this is applied while creating your report uh, in under reports. So I'm keeping it up as centimeters. Okay. Now where would you like to save your lab location? So we have a folder created. Just use the same. Now you could provide with prior Docker versions. how many prior document could be there. For example, you have created one version, now you create second version, you create third version. What could be the maximum number of prior version that you want? So if you give default, it will just replace the earlier version, but if you provide with a number, it will restrict to those number of document versions. Okay, so let's keep it as default as of now and just click finish. So this is the initial phase for your report building. Discuss there are certain doclets and sections. So sections, what does section mean? So let's move to the annual report that we have and say we had a content page. Okay, so these contents becomes our section. For example, introduction could be a section, your product profile could be a section, chairman's message could be a section. Else you could have a more top level sections like the integrated report, under which you have these sections. You have your statutory reports, you have your financial statement. So such kind of sections could be built, and what it helps is it provides you with a bifurcation of all your sections. So let's say I have a section name as cover page. Okay, let's save it. Now once a section has been created, we need to provide with the information. The information are to be provided using the doclets. So there are three kinds of doclets. One, a simple named as doclet. Then we have a supplemental doclet and the reference doclet. So why three? There are a certain variations in doclet, supplemental doclet and reference doclet. Doclet is the one wherein all the information provided by the user is visible under the preview. However, the information that you provide in supplemental doclet is could be viewed, but is not the final, is not the part of the final version of the report package. And the reference doclet is the one wherein all the reports, whether sourced from the environment, within the environment, or from certain Excel files, are kept to be utilized in your final version. So let's create a doclet first. Okay, now this doclet will act as our first doclet with our cover page name. So you just choose your file without giving any name. What it will do, it will take up the style sample and name it accordingly once uploaded. Okay, so it takes the same name. Also you could change it. Now there is a recommendation that cover page and table of content should always be excluded from your author phase. What it does, because there could be multiple versions and multiple authors, so if you exclude it from author phase, then it need not to be updated every time a different version of annual report is created, else you have to make modification accordingly. So as of now I'm not providing with not excluding it. Let's just add a author for this particular cover page. Okay, so just search for your user. Again, let's take a application administrator. I'm just taking up random because these are default users as created in the demo environment. You could definitely create your own users when building your own application. Okay, just click save. If you want to add further doclets, you could just say save another. I'm just keeping it as save. Okay, so this is our cover package which is developed. Now there could be two methods of providing info in cover package. One is using the application, and the second being you could also use your Word, Microsoft Word, to develop your cover package. So what does it means and how does it works? If you want to make changes within the application, you just click the drop down arrow, you act on content and you click checkout. Once you click checkout, your author phase, the person who is responsible to make changes appears and is enabled to make any changes. So only the desired user could make changes in the cover package. And what you need to do within the application, you go to act on content again, and you upload a new version of your cover package. Okay, so this is one of the method that you could use. Second is you could use your Word document. How does the Word document works? So let's connect to our environment using Smart View. So let's go to panel. Okay, so let's search for our environment. So let's me just cross verify the environment. It's UC1215. Okay, so okay, this is our environment. Once connected to your environment in the Word using Smart View, you could make all the changes within your Word file, and which is more fast and more user friendly too. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so the Word file is not responding as of now. Let me wait for a little while, else I will just restart everything. So it's connecting to our environment. The first time connection takes a bit time because it has to build up a connection using the cloud, so it takes a bit of time. It's connected, everything works fine. So we have our native reporting. You see we have everything in here. So just go to your library. Under library you have your package native reporting, the BISP test report package that we are working on. Okay, it's taking a bit time. Okay, so we have our report packages. We have all our folders now visible under native reporting, and since there are a lot of folders available, so it is taking bit of time. So we have a report package name. Oh, what was our report? Okay, BISP. So let's take BISP. Just select your report package and open report package. So once open, we have our cover page. As in our application, you just click your document and it opens up. So let it open. Okay, so just click open. We have an array reporting, and these are the cards available for you. So since I have already enabled check-in, it is showing cancel checkout. Just cancel checkout again. You could just check in again from here. So if I check out again, it enable. If you make any changes as of now, nothing would be updated. To make any changes, you first need to check out. Okay, and you provide with the information that you want to submit. So say I am building annual annual report for BISP Inc. Do your formatting accordingly. You could have it bold, increase your font size, change your font type. Okay, and provide with the placeholder. And then you are building your for financial year 2018-19. Okay, now this is what are the information that you would be submitting. Okay, now there is a tip as given or recommended by Oracle. Whenever you make any changes, you just drag to the final page, because if you do not drag to the last column, what it will do, any content that you add will be reflected just below your submission. Okay, so this is what I have done. Now again go to smart narrative reporting and just upload. So it will upload these information into your environment. So this gives you an indication that if you had used certain different style format, it will appear as exclamation mark for those particular. So for example, you have a different header and footer. So the provided style sample, it will provide you with the info. If you want to keep it, just click it, else it will take the default. You just click OK, and once done, it will just refresh the database accordingly. And you need to check in. Okay, so we are done. So let's move to our application. You see everything has been done. You just go to action and just refresh view. Okay, so once check in, the responsibility type gets disabled. And to view what changes you have done, just go to preview. And you could have a look of whatever changes you have done. So this is what I have included. Now, this is what I have included, and I want to add further more information. So for that, what we could do, just go again, just check out again and add some more information, so that we could have a complete understanding of how the things would work. So once check out, I have some about us information also. Just open your info that you want to provide. So this is the information that I have for my organizations. Okay, and you just go and paste it. Sorry, I have just pasted it in wrong place. Just paste, and as recommended, just go till and upload. Once uploaded, do the check-in. So this will be the process every time you make any changes to your report package. So once uploaded, it will refresh accordingly. Okay, so once done, we'll check in and have a preview of the same in our application. So you could have the preview both within the application or also in the Word file. So just checking. Once check-in is done, it will refresh everything. Okay, so this is what the information I have included in our application. So let's view the same in our application. So just go to action, refresh view, and let's have a preview of the same. So if I preview, I have the information added up. Let me just reduce it to fit page. Okay, so this is our information that we have provided to the application. So this is how the word info or the narration is provided to your report package. Now comes the second part. That is the most important part. That is, you need to bring in your numbers from your source. So for that, we built up a report. How to build a report? The process goes same. You go to reports, click plus, and you could build your report package. You could provide with your name of the report. So let's say I'm building up income statement report with setup your grid. So just click setup grid, and then it will ask you for the source from where you want to source your info. So this is our data source. Just click your data source, and it will connect to your data source for the purpose of building your report. So I have the info in my source, and I have retrieved the information also. So this is the information that I have. This is the POV for which I have numbers in my application, and I would be utilizing this particular intersection to build my report in the environment. Okay. So once done, you need to provide your info in here. To make any changes to your POV, you go to your show dimension layout, and you can make changes accordingly. So I want to keep my accounts in rows. I also want to include years in my columns and keep rest of the POV fixed. Once done, go to edit again, edit. Okay, and it will give you the layout under which you source information. Okay, so say we have our information for actuals. So select your scenario accordingly. So this is how you source your information using the cloud version, and I'm currently using my planning application. You will provide with the version. Okay, so our version goes, so we have our version as working version for which we have our numbers. We're working, and we provide with the currency type. So this is what you need to build, and is one of the most time consuming and most important work too. So I have my currency, then you provide with the entity name. So you could have your report built for total level also, for consolidated level also, or for a individual entity wise also. So with the plan element, okay. Once done, you provide with period. So to change the period, you see we have a default for heading. You could also customize. You could use your custom heading also if you want to provide with some custom heading, else it will take into account your default heading. And to bring into a period, just go to period, just select members. Now, to keep your remote dynamic, you could use your functions, and these functions are more or less similar to the functions as provided in HFR reporting purpose. So I'm taking into account my current POV, and you select your current POV. So it becomes dynamic and your report. Okay, just click. Okay, so we have a period in here. We need to provide with the year for which we want to bring in information. So again, let's again change or use the function to get your years. Again, take into account current POV, select, and just remove the earlier and click OK. So these are the functions or the tasks that you need to perform in order to build your report. Then let's bring our accounts. So just go to accounts. Let's go and select our accounts. And we have our accounts under our financial accounts. Under revenue planning, we have our income accounts. And under gross profit, so we have our total revenue and total cost of sales account. So let me just take into account first the total revenue accounts. So select all the accounts that you want to bring in and our total cost of sales accounts. So just take total revenue so that we have our total revenue also in place. Okay, and then take cost of sales accounts. And let's keep total cost of sales up. So these are the accounts that I would be utilizing. Okay. Okay. Just click wait, and all our accounts will be placed in here then. Okay. And now if I want to keep all those accounts in separate rows, just right click and do separate rows, and all our accounts will be then shown in separate rows. Let me just make certain changes. Say I want to keep it as 15. Okay, it's an inch, so it's 1 inch. So 1 inch is still small. You could also make adjustment by increasing the size accordingly. Okay, and then once done, just preview. And since we have selected current POV, it will ask for the period and year for which we want to retrieve our information. So just provide with the period. So let's say I want to go for year total. Okay. And I want to retrieve data for my financial year 19. All years, and all years we have financial years as in our application. Just click OK. So we have our numbers in here. We could do certain formatting. For example, let's do some formatting. To do formatting, you go to the edit button, select the particular cell for which you want to do formatting. Okay, just click the cell icon in here, and you could say I want to see number as bold and italics with the size bigger size from other numbers. Okay, and then I need borders for this particular cell. You go to border, provide with the borders type you want. So it could be a complete border or just as per your requirement, up border and down border. Okay, so now if I want to just use the formatting, just click copy formatting, and where you want to paste the format, just place it accordingly. And I want to keep this formatting for total cost of sales too. So this is how you built your report. Now once done, just save, provide with the name as given, just save it. And okay, I should have saved it with a different name because there might be other definitions too for this particular report with the same name. So let me save it as mm, as BISP income statement, and save it to the folder that we have created, so that it becomes handy for us to identify where our report is placed. Just click OK. Now once done, we need to bring in this particular report into our report package. For that, what we have to do, we again have to move to our report package. Just close. So let me just close some things because it is consuming memory and creating issues. Okay, my system is a bit lagging. Okay, so let me just refresh. So it's just lagging a bit because I have a slow internet connection as of now. Okay, let it refresh. Then we will use this in our report package, this particular report. And to do the same, we need to go to report package, and then we would be creating a reference document wherein we will source this particular report and then use this report and break it into our package, annual package accordingly. So let it just refresh. Okay, so there is certain issue. uh, let it just get refreshed. Okay, done. So I have to be a bit fast now because okay, I'll go to report package. Okay, Okay, so evening time and everyone is using their night. So it is just giving me some error. Let's go to home page, report package. Okay, so so I have a very slow internet connection now. So it's taking a long time now. Let me just refresh again. Okay. Okay, so I'm having trouble now to connect to my environment due to some technical issues. I am facing some network related issues. Just give few more minutes so that I could verify what's the issue. Okay, so this glitch is something which hinders everything that I am doing right now. Because the major content of the part was to bring in the report, and now it is giving me issues. Okay, let me just try again. Okay, just get refresh. I need to see whether I have same issue with my application also. Yes, I'm having the same issue with my application too. Okay, just hold on for a sec. Let me just check what's the issue. Okay. So I was having trouble with my connection. I have to just change my connection network. Okay. So we were at our report package part. So let's move to report packages. This was the report that we were building up. Okay. So let's bring a reference document. So you go to reference document and you provide with your report. So being a report, you just select report, browse, and this is the report that we have just created. Click OK. Okay. So provide with your author face and just selecting a random user. Just save. So we have a report in here. Now we need to bring this particular report into a report package. For that, what you have to do, you have to act on content. So just go to act on content, check out, author face enables with the responsible person. You inspect available content, you add your content. So we will ask you for the grid that you have. Change the grid name accordingly. Okay, click OK. So it is showing that it is not as of now used in any document. Just close and check out. Sorry, we need to check in. So let's have preview of our report first. So preview report snapshot. So this is okay. So my report wasn't saved properly. I have used a different report. Okay, no problem. Let's just take the same report into consideration and add it into our report package. So for that, what do you have to do? Go to your application narrative reporting word block again. Go to cover page, checkout. And I want to include this particular report in here. So what I have to do? I have to check in for embedded content. So just go to embedded. We have this income statement report in here. Click OK. And our report have been included. However, I have used a different report because slow connection might be I got a issue. So just do a bit of formatting, do it in middle, say provide with the name or the ISP, financial year 20, and you just upload and okay. And once upload and check-in is done, it will ask you with the same, do you want to keep the same style format? Okay, it will refresh and everything will be done. And we will have the preview. We will look for the preview in our application also. So it's working. So this is done and I have my numbers in here. So let's check out in our application. Go to preview. Let me take it as actual size. Okay. Or with page. So this is the title that we added. This is the content that we have kept. And this is our report that we have included. And if you want to check whether it is being used or not, just again go to report center and check content and inspect available content. So it would provide you with the info that it is now being used in one of the document. So this is how you could create your content of report package. You could have multiple docklets and multiple sections with multiple reference reports that you could use. So this was a small introduction with regard to narrative reporting. What is remaining now further that we need to understand is how to create variables. Now there are namely two kinds of variables. You see we have the variables in here. There are mainly two kinds of variables. It could be a static variable or a reference variable. Apart from that, we have our disclosure management remaining for the same. So thank you guys. This was all that I have as of now. If you have any questions or queries, you could just put me. Okay. So let's finish up the session. Hope everything, everyone understood what I have explained. And if you have any queries, just drop a mail